Canadian border? Have you guys been thinking about actually dipping
No,
into
Turn that
no,
off.
I think the plan is to go back and revisit Alaska now.
All right.
Yep, turn that off.
We'll have
So
to
better
we'll have to get
brush up on your tourism.
well, I was gonna say I'll have to get with Dragon and find out. I
Yeah,
don't know
I'm here now.
as far as putting the trips together, because
Okay, so that's
you can throw my hat in the ring for that if you want. If you
Oh,
guys want.
I'm gonna throw
Oh,
you
I
under the
mean,
bus.
we already
that's
we're
all I
like
got.
AK will take care of it, so no
AK, I'm
worries.
not.
We
Not
weren't
only am I
gonna
gonna throw
ask.
your hat in the ring, I'm gonna throw you under the bus for this.
And
The
I'll
tour
make sure
bus,
the bus rolls over
obviously.
twice.
So it's
No,
Weird.
Ray was thinking about doing an EA23, i.e., getting to the point where we can do another full trip
oh
rather than
maybe
one-offs.
maybe
Yeah,
I'll
maybe if you touch base with him.
yeah, but I don't think he's busy enough. But yeah, no, I'll check in with him and see what his ideas might be. It'd be a lot of fun. I'm ready to go back with
Right
a
back,
group.
I gotta go get something to drink. Quick.
Started right here at the fuel pumps.
One thing they gotta do is they gotta get rid of the trees in the far north of Alaska because trees do not
Yes.
grow in the far north of Alaska. But they
I
are
think-
in this game. I don't know why.
I doubt that they're gonna go in and do anything about that. The only one that actually went in and actively messed with that stuff was what's his name? But he's not doing tree mods anymore, as far as I know.
Well, it surprises me they have trees because it's like I thought they based the trees in this game on what the satellite imagery shows.
Well, as we all know, Black Shark AI isn't the greatest at picking out where things are, and like,
Lining
I'm just
things
gonna
up.
stick a building at the end of this runway because reasons.
It makes you rather swim with black sharks instead.
Honestly, don't even know if they're involved in the project anymore. There hasn't been any mention of them in probably 2 years. So I think when they did like the European update and stuff, there was some like talk about their stuff going and like doing like unique building types and things like that. They're more known in Europe and stuff like that. But ever since then, I haven't heard anything about it.
Why's my battery switch not animated? What the heck?
If I come down the wrong end of the
Is-
runway,
is- I think that's a helicopter, right? It has to be.
Yeah. You know, I was looking through add-on linker and I looked at the 135, 145. I was like, nah, nobody's gonna be flying those, and DN proves me wrong once again.
No,
I have the
It's a normal
135.
aeroplane. I've just got incredibly mad skills. That's all.
But
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I should have. Maybe they updated it, I didn't, but a 145 I don't have.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
145 is The-
Yeah, I'm flying the 135. I haven't flown it for a while, so I thought I'd give it a go.
They probably updated it and I didn't update it. Damn it.
I think they put, well, I think the last update they pushed was probably like 4 or 5 months ago, but
Start
the
playing
140
around with the Gabri, the small default helicopter. I really enjoy flying it, but for the love of me, I cannot land it. I always crash. It's always. I'm very gentle. I touch down and I see a black screen saying, "Okay, I damaged my landing gear or did something else."
you just need to, I think the damage model in the sim is way broke.
Oh,
I just,
you have to leave it off in this aircraft.
yeah, I just leave it off. It's way too annoying.
Yeah,
Am I late to the party?
No, you're good.
I really wish that
Oh.
the crash was actually real. Like, you see the plane breaking apart and all that. That's
Well,
not just a black screen. You have crashed. You have suffered structural failure.
it happens all the time. Like if you're flying bush stuff, like you
Yeah.
set down, in typical bush fashion, it's like, oh, you crashed your plane. I was like,
Yeah,
nope,
so
we're not doing this. Nope,
Oh, gotta have it off.
that is going off.
Yeah, even with crash damage off in the Spitfire now, if you go nose in, it'll bend you proper.
Well, don't
do that.
Well, on
yeah,
that subject,
there is no. I can't
we were
fly it anyway.
flying-
The external sounds are busted.
I know I might have missed a flight, but did we actually fly over where Trevor Jacob ditched his plane? We were in
down there.
California.
I don't know.
No.
I
We
thought
don't
that
do-
would have been part of the flight plan from
We
when we
don't-
were in that part of the state where
We don't.
I
We
didn't
don't
make my way
give
down
him
there.
any attention. He does not
Yeah,
deserve
who?
any of
Who
our
you talking about?
time.
I
have no
honestly
idea
had
what you're talking
forgotten about that guy, to be honest.
Sounds
with
like an asshole to me.
very much so. Funny enough, he was on Vice News. They did a story on him, and yeah, he didn't sound very convincing about why he did it. Try and justify himself.
Did it for the views, bro. Did it for the views.
Did it for the clout. Yep.
All right.
Well, I got 801, folks. Anybody want to fly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
roll.
Get up in the air and get these
remember
frame
trying to
rates
join
back
here.
up.
I'm currently on the
Certainly.
runway taxiing down to you guys.
Winds are calm, ain't they? Should be okay.
Yeah, winds are like 3 knots, but it's out of the west.
How many people are flying the sweet new 152? I love that thing.
No,
Maybe
Thought
my new
about
love.
it, but I just
Too
don't know
slow?
if it didn't
Kinda
install it.
slow.
Dash duck for the win.
Too slow. Alright, guess I'm taking the Dark Star.
Yeah, I still think we should just all do 747s next week.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah, but not change up the runways.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Stole everywhere, and yeah, you have to run a 747 below 200 feet.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fine. We've got reverse thrust.
Well, if it's the default one, can't it do that?
Yeah. Flaps 40, reverse thrust before you hit the before you hit the runway.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be fine. It
But
will be
remember
fun.
to switch damage off. Just
Yeah, switch damage off. Why is...
I didn't get any of the add-ons though, but they didn't look like they were anything to. You're fine.
They're cool if you fly in the area.
I gotta try to mitigate how many sceneries I download just for the hell of it, because then
How do
before you
I-
know it, we're
You're up with me at like 800.
yeah, I'm like close to 1,000 add-ons active at any time, and I gotta chill out a little bit.
Well, it's like,
Fine,
it takes
tell them.
forever for my sim to load. Why does it take forever to my sim to load?
I know that's why, but it's
You're like,
My
I
wife
can't
plays
be bothered.
Mid-War, She's got like 3,000 mods.
wow.
She's complaining because her computer just can't handle it. It takes forever to boot up and log in and all that.
Like, well, there's a solution.
Sounds like a
Get rid of some of
problem.
those mods.
Yeah,
or-
that sounds like a you problem.
I mean, I've got like, I think I've got 4 sceneries loaded today because I'm on this flight, and I'll just add on link them in and out as I need them.
I don't have anything added on other than the plane I'm using.
I got
About
everybody in the air but Dragon in the down by the fuel box.
Yeah, I'm.
He's moving now by the look of it.
Ooh.
Captain Chaos, what did you do with your A5? It's faster than it should be.
That's the supercharged one from the
Yeah.
FS.TO would be my guess. Swing around once here.
I don't know what to break out.
Bring the Herc. It's easy.
Bring the Herc.
The Herc's boring. It's cool.
How
I-
dare you, sir?
You son of a bitch.
Hey,
Sacrilege.
I like to go against the grain, you know.
Oh, the Herc's not very against the grain then. I see where you're coming from.
You being the grain, I'm going against it.
Oh! You put the hook against the grain, all you're going to hear is metal grinding.
Anyone know how to turn the Skyforce Sim tablet on in the Wilga?
How to turn it on?
Black screen.
You need to have the Skyforce Sim app.
I have
Ding, ding,
the
ding.
app.
Oh.
I
Oh. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, I think I tried it and I quit because I was like, I don't know how to work this thing. I'm not gonna use it.
Why is
But I remember I opened the program and there was
shot.
like the side program. But
I wanted to give it a shot, but if it's not gonna work, then I don't know.
Let's see. Is this even gonna work? Okay, so that works. Nav? Oh.
It's dark.
Whoa, what the?
This thing just getting a drink.
There is an
I
issue
didn't say
there.
anything about getting a drink. I had a issue coming straight from STO and my in-cockpit on the Vans 14A was slowly decreasing from 30 to 17.
I just illegally landed in somebody's yard.
Whoops.
Not illegal when you're in a bush plane.
Yeah.
So I'm restarting my sim at the moment. I will be up. I will be in something fast. I will be able to catch up and
Oh,
catch.
there's a bunch of airports along the way that you can meet us at.
My frame rate just nosedived for some crazy reason. It was fine when it started, and then it started.
scenery indexes.
Yeah, delete that shit.
Tried having.
Yep.
Delete those scenery indexes in your content.xml file.
Rotor sent me a BAT file, so all I gotta do is just double click it and it does it. It's amazing.
Oh, that's.
Do?
Okay, what the hell?
I think the paths. Are you on Steam or Xbox? Or
Steam.
not Xbox?
I thought we got around having to delete that shit.
Now you only have to delete it one time. And it'll
Well, it
never
works
come
fine
back.
now that I respawned. I'm at Ruth. It's one of the airports we're coming into.
So I haven't deleted scenery caches and stuff in
Well,
months.
Yes, the scenery index.
Well, you could be doubled up.
You probably are doubled up. I
Because
had
I
like
guess the sim, they changed the way the sim deals with
Is
that.
Ada Dragon's really quiet for everyone else?
Yeah, he's always
No, I'm always quiet.
Ah, there we go.
So explain that to me again, Dragon.
So the scenery indexes changed how they work in Sim Update 10, and so if you still have them, it's likely most games when you update a game, it'll delete unnecessary files or whatnot. But this game does not do that.
Right.
So
It's not a game.
And not only does
It's
it
a
not do
sim.
it, but because it
It's a
doesn't leave the
lifestyle.
content.xml file, it is likely doubling your scenery indexes file each time you update the simulator. So it's likely that if you have never deleted your content.xml, which you have, or haven't ever deleted your scenery indexes file, it is doubled or tripled up with every add-on airport and scenery that you've ever put in through Atom Linker or into your community folder and loaded the sim. Because it's just a count.
Now,
Well, might need to look into that then.
So I deleted the scenery indexes file and the content.xml file, and I flew the C-17 over downtown Tokyo at 20 frames, which is not great, but that used to be unplayable and often crashed the desktop.
And I suppose you'd drop a tutorial or file for that.
I don't know the file path for it if you're not on
I
Steam,
can probably.
but Willie can help you if you're not on Steam. But if you just go to
In your local, if you go to local cache, which is where your user config is,
are they both the files in
they're
there?
both.
Both
There's
files are
two
gonna be in
folders. There's scenery cache and scenery indexes. So
You
if
wanna-
before you do this, if you run cache, delete it in the sim, and then you'll close your sim. You'll go into this folder. You can get really technical, and you can like drag this folder to your desktop and then let it create a new one, and you'll see how many files are different. Like Mine was
Right.
like 698 files before, and then it went to like 632. So it cleared out like a shit ton of old stuff. You should essentially do it every time you take something out or put something into your community folder.
See,
But
that's the whole thing. Like,
I'm-
I thought that we didn't have to do that shit anymore.
That's yeah.
Well, get
That's,
rid of your content
Well,
XML
your
if it's
content
still
XML
available.
file won't come back because they don't use
Right.
that thing anymore.
My big concern is how much bigger is this sim gonna get? Like, I had to clear out,
it's
delete
the
some world updates
whole
to regions I don't
world.
fly to make room for the 40th update.
It's the whole world, and it's just gonna get bigger with airplanes.
It's gonna
and
get
stuff.
bigger.
I don't know how to tell you this, but you might need to invest in some NVMEs. If you don't already
Yep.
have them, you're gonna need more of them.
I went and bought a 2 terabyte hard drive recently just for this. I'm like, might not be enough in another year, but we'll see.
I'll deploy to get
Did
you
it
to buy
internal,
hard drives.
or you just offloaded some parts of the sim to it?
Oh no, it's a dedicated drive.
I would not
just for
That's what
like,
sucks about being
deleting
on
any
the
files
Xbox
while the
is you
sim
are
is
so
running.
limited.
yeah. Also, don't delete files while the sim is running. That's a bad idea.
If you were
No,
following
there's
our
an
instructions
inertia
at this
somewhere.
time and looking to delete files,
But-
stop it.
I
Yeah.
read that only your install or the launcher has to be where, like, obviously in your internal drive, and anything else could be anywhere.
The way
There it is, Rex.
you install the sim is so trippy. It's like
Yeah.
you put something here when you select Xbox, and then it's like, okay, but where do you want your stuff? You're like, wait, what?
I mean, I don't have the sim on my system drive. It's literally everything is on a dedicated drive just for Flight Sim. So
Got 2 dedicated drives for flights.
Yeah, I got things split across all hard drives. It's just a mess.
When you use a hard drive, does it make it slower? Or...
I mean, it's an SSD. I just say hard drive and just as a generic.
Get an
But
NVMe if you get anything other than the fastest you can get. It's just gonna speed it up a little more and run as little
Just don't
add-ons
do-
as you can.
Just don't do what Dart did and have it all on an external laptop hard drive, 5400. Right, Dart?
No. That's an internal.
Oh, it's an internal 5400.
Yeah,
Just running it on a
laptop drive.
MacBook.
No.
yeah, physical hard drives are way too slow at this point for.
I have one, but it's just for like crap and like photos. It's like I think it's a terabyte, and it's just shit that I don't really care to get from one hard drive or do anything quickly with.
I wonder who's tried to run this on the Steam Deck. I'm not
I've
gonna
seen it
try.
done on Reddit.
Yeah, my friend's doing it. It works. It's not like super like high fidelity or anything like that, but it
No.
does work.
Well, it means you can actually play Flight Sim on the go. I never thought that was even possible.
And the
I played it
Steam
on my
Deck
phone.
continues to blow my mind. It's nuts how good that thing is.
Yeah, I got one, but not for this, of course.
Yeah, I like my really big high fidelity games. I'm always going to play on the PC, but Steam Deck, just shit that I haven't played or have forgot about from gaming of my youth. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think the 2 games I think I'm playing most on is F-Zero GX and Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Playing right there.
Multiplayer off. It sure is.
Oh, we've got
Nice little airfield, Rexpo.
autopilot issues. Great.
You like that one?
Yeah, I did. It was hard to
Yeah, I
find.
thought it was pretty cool.
So agreed.
We're gonna TNG.
You can if you want.
But I'm getting my helicopter started here.
Helicopter.
I just restarted the flight in Cody because, yeah, apparently you can't convert the 135.
Crazy how that works, right?
Yeah.
I'd delete the mod after that, travesty.
So,
What a
only
load of shit.
downloaded the update yesterday, and it's going off the hard drive. So,
Ooh.
done with that shit.
Reviews by Dia and this helicopter shit. I can't fly it upside down.
Oh, is that the next airport down there?
It's 1 degree Celsius down here, so it's a little chilly.
That would be a heat wave.
Cheeto heat. All right.
Tomorrow's high is 7
This
Fahrenheit.
morning just try for sim tablets, not working. I did all the right things.
What's that in everybody else temperature?
I saw that.
I think it's minus 7, 15, somewhere right in there.
I saw that Auckland's airport got all flooded because I guess they had the most rain they had in that time span of 10 hours compared to I don't know the stats, but their airport got all flooded and then fucking flights had to divert.
Hey, dark,
shit.
smoking.
I'm in the yellow band.
Doc, have you ever been to New Zealand?
No, but
I asked
it's
if you
technically
lived
Australia
closest
anyway.
that I know about.
It's
Yeah.
technically, I'm sure they would probably argue that one.
Yeah, the guys I work with absolutely love it. And,
Crimey.
a lot of my friends love it when I refer to it as Eastern Australia.
Shopping coming over now.
Never heard it referred to that way, but I know that the ocean between them is called the ditch. Do they think that New Zealand's part of the same continent as Australia? That's probably why.
Technically.
Well, technically,
I just love how many
Australia's a part of
how many maps New
Yeah.
Zealand is just left off. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, but they're all Aussie cartographers, right?
I think they in Australia they put the south up orientation because they want as like a joke. I think because it's like they want to show that they're really on top of things.
No, we just have to make sure our ground harness is on every time we go outside.
Yeah.
You have anti-grav generators in your homes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody walks
Look,
on the ceiling.
The inversion of the plane as we crossed the hemispheres is was a bit scary, but outside of that, there hasn't been too much of an adjustment period for the northern hemisphere.
I'm calling bullshit because the Southern Ocean would be up in space, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got
How does that
scammed
fit?
in Uganda. Did you hear about that? I got scammed in Uganda because people on the equator tried to convince me that the water went the other way, and they really just manipulated it that way to make me convinced, and they charged me like equivalent of like 10 quid. It's ridiculous. I made their day.
I'm not going to say they saw you coming, but
Yeah, holy shit, man. Are you a walking red flag?
I wouldn't say they scammed you.
Oh,
They...
no, really. I was in Egypt, and yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah. Did you have a shirt with tourist written on it?
Well, I had skin that indicated it wasn't from around there, so I tried to say I was from Uzbekistan. I look like America, but don't know English really.
You just gotta ignore them.
Oh, I'm probably on the wrong server. What server? West USA?
West.
Yeah, USA West.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Thank you, Flo, for making it seamless.
Nice work, Dragon, or the flight plan. This is really nice scenery.
All Rexpo, all in California. It's
Very
all
beautiful
Rexpo.
area.
Nice work, Rexpo. I forgot you're a local.
Well, kind of.
Hey,
I'm about probably about 200 miles south of here. 150 anyway.
When do we get to go land in your backyard?
We already did.
You flew over it.
Damn it.
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah.
Geez, we had local lobster and abalone and good stuff.
You put on a good spread, Rexpo.
Yeah, lobster rolls.
Oh, this place. Oh, I've landed at this one before.
Hill or High Water.
Yeah.
I just love the name of it. It was a little. I wasn't planning on coming here, and I saw the name. Said, "Well, hell, we got to go there."
Because there's no water.
Ah.
Well, up high anyway.
FBL.
Okay, this plane is unbelievably difficult to slow down.
I'm going to have to go there in real life now just to see if it's real.
The RV.
It
Oh, yeah,
takes a
it's
lot of
slippy.
time, and you can't slip. If you slip, you lose control. I tried
I
that.
saw that. I don't know. Yeah, that was weird.
It's a slippery
What's
bird.
the actual runway for this place?
Yeah, all these Vans aircraft are
Grass.
really slick aircraft. They're hard to slow down.
I think I'm just going to land on the dirt road part. I don't think this is the runway.
Dark zooming all over the place in the Vertigo.
Yep, I am.
Good luck going less than 120.
Oh.
Will, is
Hello.
that the Cohen Will, or is that the other one?
Yeah, the Cowan one, yeah.
I think their MD-500 is supposed to come out today.
Cowan's supposed to release their other helicopter today?
It was they were talking about yesterday or today or this weekend, something like that. That MD-500 they're working on.
Wasn't it like
I didn't. Well, they posted, oh, it's close, but I didn't think it was that close. That would be sick. Bombing along here, actually, rather quick. 125, 120 knots.
Yeah, overspeed the
Yeah,
the rotor.
I'm close, pretty close to VNE. What do I got? 80% torque in? Yeah, 80% torque. We're good.
I'm running 100 indicated, but I'm at 5,000.
Good,
Two and a
man.
half.
Fucking scooting here.
I can officially fly this thing now, so I'm happy.
No, I ain't gonna be able to slow down for this. Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's just getting weird.
By the way, is it me or I think you gotta be careful on this region because of the Salinas Airport bug, where it keeps displaying the Salinas Airport information like over and over again, even if you're not tuned to that frequency. It's like some bug I've had specific to this region where Salinas, California is.
So I've run into that.
I got ATC off, so I never would have noticed it.
Yeah, just mute your ATC.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but even though you try to change the frequency and disable it, it's still like, wow. Hopefully it won't be a problem.
In ATC.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage.
Does it give ATIS?
It can,
It does,
kind
yeah.
of.
It's about the only thing I use it for.
I've been meaning to try to get back into VATSIM, but haven't gotten around to it yet.
Good old Datsun.
oh look, a hovering Bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
I think I saw him as a PC-12.
Close enough. Oh,
Close
shit,
enough.
I'm
You know,
getting-
it's basically the same thing. Basically the same thing.
Almost cased it there. Had the radar altimeter going off. That's when you know you're too low.
By the way, I tested the Moon today again with the autopilot. I still have that issue, but it's really only related to vertical speed. So the math works, but I can't make it go to a target altitude. So I have to go there manually and then can keep altitude, but I cannot have it go for a certain vertical speed. So I don't know why.
Be interesting to see if flow worked. Because sometimes flow, I don't know, it makes planes that don't work.
I don't have flow.
It does work. It does work though.
Well,
The Mooney, you just
You have to unarm the altitude when you want to change it.
and then you have to like manually select your VS.
Feel that date.
But that changed because before I didn't have to do that, did I? Because I've flown the Mooney a lot and I never had issues with that.
Yeah.
That test
just-
the autopilot is the same as in the Bonanza Retail, which still works as I remember it Mooney as well. So basically I set the altitude, then I arm it, then I arm it, and it goes as a default VS of I think 500 people a minute or something. The Mooney doesn't do that anymore.
Well, you have to, once you're at an altitude on the in Mooney, you have to select altitude again to get it to unarm the current one, and then you can select.
Yeah, okay, but when I do that for the first time, I shouldn't have that issue.
Stupid computers.
And the autopilot in the Bonanza Hanzo still does as it works as it used to with the Mooney as well. It's the same system basically.
Yeah. I love being sick.
Weird, most people don't.
Gets me off work. I'll be sick. Pass it this way, man.
I've been out of work for a week.
Damn.
What is it? Spicy
Rona.
cough?
I got the flu.
Everything's Rona nowadays.
I'm not feeling too good myself right now. I don't think I have corona, but yeah, some common cold or something. Not too good.
I realistically never feel good, so I mean, what's the difference? One day you feel a little worse than the others, and whatever.
Yeah, same.
You know, break your leg. Nope, that's Rona.
Yeah.
I've always
Sorry.
tested for it, but I've never gotten it.
I've never tested for it, but I've probably had it.
So y'all want to know something funny?
Do it.
Yeah.
You know that corona test? You wanna know how they magically came up with it so quickly?
Is this going to
It's
be
the
a
same-
tinfoil hat moment?
No.
Alright.
I
Right.
used to work the medical field.
We'll judge you harshly if it
Those
is.
corona tests are
Yeah.
actually just common cold tests. It shows up the same.
Huh.
Well, then wouldn't it test positive for a common cold? I had a common
that's
cold last week and it tested negative.
Same.
Which one did you take? Because they've also come out with the new ones that only actually test for corona. So I'm talking about like the very first ones they started using.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's why there were so many false positives with it.
That would make better sense. No, 'cause I've been pretty sick with other stuff, including a cold,
Yeah.
and they're negative.
I actually tested positive only after I was done with the symptoms. So I got sick and then I tested positive.
Well, I've had it twice and I don't recommend it.
I've had it
He
5
wants me to go
times.
get food, but I told him
Many
no.
times, man. You're wild,
yeah,
bro.
you go around the game.
Love you, baby.
He's doing forbidden stuff, man.
Yeah, forbidden stuff.
My mom's had it like 3 times.
Now we're really pushing it. Now we're just under VNE. 4 rotors.
Hey, can we not stay there with the door open, let all the heat out?
We don't pay to heat the whole
Were you
neighborhood
born
now,
in a
do we?
tent?
Born in a barn's more like it.
I'm gonna overspeed this thing.
I just hope the New Zealand World Update comes out soon and it's not too big.
Me too, because that means there's a caribou.
Oh, that's right. Who's gonna try and recreate the attempt to fly the Keybird out of Greenland?
Wonder. I'll look it up and we'll do it.
I just know whenever it's released, the next EE, I will be bringing it, because it's stole. And Rex can't be disappointed in me.
Without spoiling anything, they got a bulldozer in a caribou and flew it. Like an actual, like, kind of mini bulldozer to clear a runway.
It wouldn't take much. They can land on a footy field.
It's about how much they
Canadians,
can
man.
carry. Footy field, isn't that Australian? Bush footy, they call it, the football game they play in the outback.
No, that's just any kind of ball. No, just football like AFL.
Oh, right, yeah.
American football or real football?
No, Australia has their own football that's like that's on a rugby, oh no, cricket field. I don't know nothing more about it than that.
Oh, sphere.
It's played with a ball and it's boring as fuck, so you're not talking to the best person to describe it.
Now, how do you guys get your sporting fix then? Basketball, rugby?
Oh, any other way, because I hate sport.
There we go.
American football.
Oh, the
You
shits I
guys
don't
play a
give
lot.
about sport.
Right?
Boy.
I don't give
That's
any
fuck
shit about
American
any sport
football.
football.
I'll watch sports if they're on, but I don't follow them. I work with a bunch of guys that are just like the biggest. Like, I think it's one of those things where if you grow up with it, you're more obviously, as with anything, like inclined to take it on yourself. Like whatever, your parents watch sports, so you'll probably enjoy sports. But like, they're just so into sports, and I love just coming in and just talking the most random shit. I do it every time.
See that ludicrous
I'm like,
display last night?
Ooh,
I
I'm
am
like,
a contradiction of that entire statement. My
You don't
parents
like-
were all, I hate sports. My parents were all about it.
Same.
They love their football. They loved watching golf. Loved watching NASCAR. I can't stand watching sports.
Yeah.
I'll play them, but I will not watch them.
The only good part of American football are cheerleaders. That's a fair.
Halftime shows aren't bad sometimes.
Half-time shows about the end of the
Halftime
night,
show.
watch.
It's like choreographed. Well, I mean, they only even have it during like the Super Bowl. Other than that, it's just
I know, man.
a variety
Seeing
sponsored
Seeing
sportscasters.
Prince
talk.
sing Purple Rain as it starts to rain was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
That RV-14 ain't like it, is it?
No, that's just the band's life, man. They don't slow down. They're very slick aircraft. They're like that in real life too. Got to plan way ahead with them.
I've been
That's
flying
why I
this.
love that's why I love this Kit Fox. I can come in at 140 knots and I can slow down and still get on the ground within seconds. This thing slows down so fast.
Been trying this AT Simulations, what, Piaggio, I think it's called. It's, they're the guys behind the Antonov that just has not been released yet. I thought I'd give this a go, and it's very cool. It's very easy to fly. I've flown it for the first time today, and both my landings have just been butter.
Was it AN2?
No, that they were making the AN2, but that's been since
Ukrainian, I know, but they were trying to release it, and then all the proceeds should go toward Ukraine.
Well, it was meant to be one of the official Asobo ones.
Yeah.
They were working with Asobo on it. But this is the other one that they did, and it's quality. It's nice.
Yeah, I saw an AN2 in the wild once.
In the wild.
It looked like it was kind of abandoned.
Was it foraging?
Yeah, we got floating runway lights.
Foraging for bolts and nuts?
It's funny that in Cuba there was this guy who actually had an AN2 that was like working as a crop duster.
Yeah, I read
and
that.
he flew it to Florida.
Yeah, how nuts is that?
I know. I wonder if he was able to stay.
Oh, that's right. Well, that plane ended up crashing a few trips later.
Just the fact that he made it, that plane made it all the way to Cuba in the first place is the more fascinating thing.
Come on, you know the Soviets brought it on a ship in the 70s
Yeah, but
or something.
The fact that it was still there, it was still in it got to civilian hands and was being used as a crop duster. That is insane.
Everything in Cuba that was brought is still there because they can't get anything else. They have to make do with what they have, including all those pre-1960 American cars.
It's like going back to
they
the
make their own parts for them.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, only the shell is original, and everything else they MacGyvered.
Are we stopping here or moving on?
I think we're just doing a touch and go here.
Yep, just touch and go here.
There's actually a ton of.
I don't know where we're stopping. I didn't time it.
There's actually a ton of.
We get close to an hour, we'll pick a place and stop.
Yeah.
What was that, Waylon?
I said there's a ton of two actually stationed in my home airport. And the tourist flights were open. So a few years ago they had to crash land or do an emergency landing on a golf course and got fined for it. But other than that, it's still airworthy, it's still flying around.
How do you get fined for having to do emergency landing?
Because they could show that they ran out of fuel. And it was negligence, and the golf course operator was very pissed because, of course, he had to redo some of the course after that. And
Damage to the fairways.
This is why Dragon's never got any money. All his landing fees.
That's right.
Got those Antonovs, you need to carry at least a couple cases of vodka to dump in the fuel tank in the case you get low.
I thought I could pack my clubs in my airplane and land on the greens, but they don't really like that.
No.
Did we lose Willie and his chopper?
We might have.
Do you use the German cockpit in the Piaggio, or do you use the...
Hang on, give me a sec. No, it's definitely all English in here, which is weird because it's got the German markings on the outside.
Yeah, I think there's a switch somewhere. You can switch between the German and the English.
Oh, right, okay, let me have a look for that, because that's cool.
And then you'll forget which switch it is, and you'll never be able to switch it back.
And then you'll be fluent in German.
Yeah. I'll hit up Wayland every time I'm trying to start this thing.
Yeah, so Doc, why are you going to night school to learn German? Well, you know my flight sim. Well, there's an aircraft in there, and I cannot stop.
I'm not having fun trying to find this butt. Yeah, see, some of all the labels and that are in German, but it looks like they're part of the textures. The labels next to all the buttons on the dash, they look like decals. They're a lot clearer. But yeah, I can't find the button.
Yeah, I don't have to plane myself, but I saw somebody on the stream. They were able to switch between the German and the American.
That's cool. I'll definitely look that up.
Yeah, AK Fly just found a good spot.
Yeah, that's a nice little sandbar down there, AK.
Yeah, I'm practicing for the Alaska.
I was gonna say, you must be brushing up for Alaska. That is definitely a bush plane playground
I saw that
down there.
sandbar and thought it was tempting.
Yeah, I don't think the RV10 would do so well on it, but all you bush tire boys, go ahead and take it out.
I'm already making my way down.
Get those bushies wet.
Delightful choice of words.
It's that or tundies, either or.
I really shouldn't be landing this direction. That's kind of a tailwind.
I was like, see I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You're flying that Bush Mod 172.
5 or telling by like 20?
Excuse me.
It's about 2 or 3 knots. It's not gonna make much of a difference.
I guess slow down there.
You're touching and going. Do you really have to slow down?
Pump flaps.
No, because I did just realize I'm not touching. Just buzzing.
Just buzzing.
Yeah, full tilt.
Yeah, slowing down in an RV is a commitment.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Lots of S turns or whatnot, trying to get it slowed down.
Can you slip it?
It gets really, they get weird.
Yeah, don't do it.
They get pretty unstable on a slip.
That was a
And
nice little spot.
It feels like you can get a single wing stall really, really easy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're... If you got some speed behind you, you can slip it a bit, but like once you get down to about 100 knots, you're like, this doesn't feel good anymore.
I was only slipping at like 130, so.
Yeah, even then it starts to act a little bit weird.
Let's put it this way: if you want to try a slip, do it at altitude.
Yeah.
Do it at altitude.
What's a slip?
Just pushing in.
Describe
Kind of like pushing, like right now, like kind of I'm pushing full right rudder, and I'm tipping my left wing down, kind of almost flying at angle there, trying to get as much
Like
of the
this.
side of the airplane exposed to the to the wind stream, and it's basically just a big break almost.
Yeah, like what the stall drag racers do.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, sorry,
if you
didn't know the name for it.
Or if you're trying to land on a snow good runway in Canada and a 35 knot crosswind.
That is something I haven't done for a while.
Thanks,
I
Willie.
have not done a slit. So we're gonna do a slit.
It. I mean, it worked. Ooh.
Drops really fast.
Yeah, it'll definitely dump.
I'm intentionally coming in full throttle. I'm gonna do a slit here. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually practiced that.
There's a bit of wind. It's still going on this ridge.
Dark, you were tempting fate there, buddy.
Ah, thanks.
What? Not tempted to nothing.
Yeah, you were just sharpening the tips of that prop on the ground there.
Well, here, guess what happens if I slam into the ground? Guess what? Nothing.
Nothing. Jesus. as he just plows into the ground. And what's funny about that is because gravel added all those dust physics now. When he plows into the ground, it's just like a Wile E. Coyote, like.
No, my favorite is just watching his like nameplate, like you can't see he's playing, but seeing the nameplate move and then just a dead stop, and you're like, what happened?
Right. Yeah, as soon as he hit the dirt over there, it was just a big puff of dust. It's perfect. Love it.
Gonna head over and see what Rex is doing. Flying out there by himself. Oh no, Waylon's there with him.
I'm on the flight plan, dudes.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what y'all doing, but I am flying. On the
We're doing our best, okay?
Yeah.
Flight plan. What's a flight plan? I don't know why my RV14 was just like 20 frames per second and dropping, but this has been 60 the whole time. After a sim restart.
I briefly had a moment of I could see the frames. I don't have the counter up. And it was when I was looking at the Cohen 206.
Shopping coming over that.
So I might need to look at that.
Bumpy, bumpy,
Best
bumpy.
I've seen this flight is 40 frames, 44 frames. So that's better than normal. Usually it's 20, so.
Yeah. But I mean, I just came off of like my other game that I was playing, and I think my system just didn't have a chance to recover.
It's like, what? No.
It's falling out the sky. Where are you going, man? That ain't no flight plan.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's just sort of like horizontal. It's vertical.
Checking out these little meadows here.
Remember picking out all the
Walk
little
down there on the
meadows and
river.
stuff on the way up to Alaska and landing in way up on the mountains and stuff. It's a lot of
There's a
fun.
little nice bank down there on the river. Right there on that bend right below me.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of wish the
That's a little meadow too. That's a good little spot.
I wish the Vertigo had air brakes.
Just drop all the flaps. It works.
Yeah, just go full flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you brake it if you're doing over 180.
You aren't gonna break it. You know,
Yeah,
it crashes on.
It just
Your
gives you a little
flaps-
warning to say that you're doing it right.
Hey,
No, your flaps
No,
will
your flap.
actually cease
Yeah.
working down.
the flaps lock up on that. I forgot. Oh, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I forgot
Yep,
about
and
that.
the gear locks
Same
up
with the gear.
if you-
Yeah.
Really?
over 140.
Yeah.
I must have all that
And-
disabled.
And you
No,
don't
it,
have
it
reverse thrust anymore
happens
either.
all the time.
It's
It's hard coded.
hard
Yeah.
coded like gravel,
Huh.
realism stuff.
Yeah.
It was one sweet, that sandbar, that was perfect. Got a nice ridge right next to it, so you don't want to Don't want to get any crosswind or you're into the trees for sure.
Man, why is Will
Definitely don't want an engine
freaking...
failure right now, right?
Oh. Oh.
That's so weird.
Is it where I
My
think
marker
it
for
might-
Willits is like 10,000 feet up.
Oh, I see where it is. Okay. Oh, is this one on top of the ridge?
Yeah,
Like it.
not seeing it.
Got it.
Nose dive. Yeah, he's found it.
Vertigo way.
Shortest landing. Just
Tactical
lawn
landing.
dart it.
Oh no, I did that last week. I did that last week, or no, the week before. That was the week when I wasn't saying anything to anybody. And so I was just like, oh, I can't find the airport, and you know, launched
Here.
again and landed on it, and I just lawn darted.
Let me show you where it's at.
Follow me, I know the way.
That
Do you know the way?
reminds me of that scene, Enemy at the Gates, where they're sitting there, and he's like, let me show you where the colonel's at. He sticks his head out, and gets popped.
That was a brutal movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Has anyone watched Devotion yet? It's on my list. I'm really wanting.
I watched it. It's not,
Yes.
it's not
It's
bad
good?
at all.
Yeah,
I
sick.
like it.
Good. It is good.
It's a little bit too American for my taste, but okay, I'm not American, so maybe that's different for other people. But it's okay. It's a good movie. Nice flying scenes.
You're not
Wait,
American. Wow. didn't know that.
Wow. Who'd have thunk?
Snowboarding going.
Woo! Feel good.
Okay, that's... Shit. Circle the land. Stupid RVs. Oh god.
We need to run through.
I kind of like the Audi 14. I mean, it's landing in a two-wheel, in a tail driver is kind of a challenge, but it's a very nice plane, except for the not flipping thing.
Yeah.
The RV10 very different, or
Not, I mean, not really. Ground handling's a little different because the nose wheel's on a caster. I think it's got a little more power, a little bit higher ceiling. Obviously, it's a 4-seat instead of a 2-seat.
Higher carrying capacity.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're just, I mean, really, does that matter unless you're actually
It's
like,
not much more.
it's
it
not.
matters to me.
I mean, that's
Because there
fine.
are aircraft that I cannot fly in, it realistically.
152.
I cannot fly it. I think, no, I cannot fly a 152. Me and someone else would exceed it.
Well,
I
and
could fly
that's
a
the thing.
quarter
like,
tank.
I could fly it by myself, but with nobody else in it.
Yeah.
Passengers are overrated anyway.
Right.
They just
Yeah,
scream the
extra
whole
weight.
time, right? They just scream and moan.
That- That there was a beautiful barrel roll. Feel good.
I mean, visibility is good. It doesn't have the bubble canopy, obviously, so, but I don't feel like it's, the visibility is really all that hampered by it. I mean, it's pretty spacious inside. I like it.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I have the RV14, do I usually get the RV10?
Hey, not really, no.
I almost no, because I was wondering why they were doing two so very similar planes.
Well, they're doing like the whole RV series, just to do them, I guess, in between other projects, because there's enough people out there that fly the different aircraft in real life.
It's a very available aircraft.
Right, yeah. that just would like to have them. I don't know if they're gonna do the new
The 15. That was something I would.
I-wing.
Yeah, that I would be interested in. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure that they probably will, but I wouldn't expect seeing that one, at least for probably another couple of years or whenever that thing gets finalized or whatnot. But they've obviously got a partnership with Vans to get, you know, all the data and whatnot for these aircraft. So
Yeah. There we go. I sim locked for some reason, so I got thrown.
Yeah, mine as well.
Player.
Well, I think it's a server issue. Mine as well for 10 seconds or so.
Yep. Either that or a scenery.
it'd be
All the.
Are we close enough to
Nope.
San Francisco?
I just had a small breeze up as well right through there.
All the other tanks.
Off fog.
Player tanks disappeared. Now they're back. So I think it's a server thing.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Climb above this fog.
We'll stop here at Rexman.
Yeah.
Good.
B.
I'm having
Yep.
about to declare a bladder emergency.
Well,
Open the window,
this-
lean out the side.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, open up your door and stick it out.
Yeah.
Actually, if you got a bottle, you can use that. I've done that one.
Yes, the old trucker solution.
It works.
Well, now I've been on my third restart. Hopefully this will be it. I should have just restarted that computer before I joined. I was like going in and out of the sim before the flight. Frame rate just tanked. Shouldn't do that.
That's it. It's foggy.
Yeah, that just came on, didn't it?
Welcome to California.
Yep.
I didn't think we'd be close enough to the ocean for this.
It's foggy on the coast and 10 miles inland it's bright and sunny.
Can't see the runway on this one. This is gonna be fun.
Apparently, I am almost on the ILS path.
Yeah, not here.
Thought for a minute it was just because you have so many other planes in the sky, but nah, it wasn't that. That alone wouldn't screw it.
Now the server does weird shit sometimes.
Yeah, it wasn't the server, it was just I think because I had restarted the sim already
Oh yeah, you couldn't
on
restart.
the same boot, and then like Steam was like having issues, and like maybe it was double running the game. I don't know.
Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, it's getting thick.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a nice landing. Oh, I think I can. I'm just gonna guess.
I'm waiting for Doc to find it.
Ark's sitting at the arrows in front of the runway.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Let me show you the way.
So all you gotta do is land ahead of me and you'll see the piano keys.
Second rule of Golden Eagle: never follow dark.
Never followed there.
close
So
to
why don't-
something important because it's all photogrammetry out here.
SF.
Huh?
Right?
Is this photogrammetry?
Yep.
Odd area.
Photogrammetry.
Or maybe it's Redding. I don't know. Redding, California.
We're too far from Redding.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, we didn't do Reading on this journey.
Oh, I see runway lights.
This one's got a full-on ILS for it, so maybe y'all need to do an ILS landing. You got one.
I remember when we were trying to practice ILSs down in South America. That was
Yeah.
fun.
I enjoyed that.
And it was like the shittiest weather
It was
possible.
horrible.
I had no idea what I was doing.
No,
So
no
what's
one had
changed
any
there?
idea what they were doing, Rexpo.
Yeah, well, that's possible.
That was a good
Ooh.
time.
Who put that tree there?
Asopa.
Black Shark.
I know there's a runway
Black
here.
Shark. Black Shark definitely did.
I know there must be a runway up there. I see a cluster frack of labels.
I have them turned off at the moment. I don't think this is photogrammetry. Oh,
It is.
it is photogrammetry.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
I mean, everything is photogrammetry if you have it turned on, right?
Well,
No.
I'm talking like
No.
enhanced. Like, done by a Sobo enhanced stuff.
I just get really annoyed by like they'll like choose to like make like small little obscure airports like super highly detailed. Then you fly into like a major like
Dallas Fort
place
Worth.
like yeah, Dallas Fort Worth or like Pittsburgh or like Vancouver. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this garbage? Holy Christ, like nothing is right. Everything is messed up. They're all
Have you
generic.
flown into Philadelphia yet?
Yeah.
I heard that one's pretty bad.
That one's horrible.
Well, that's why I only fly GA.
Yeah, Vancouver was so bad. I was like, I have to go get scenery for this. It is so horrible.
About
That's how they
70% of
get
the time
ya.
I'm flying GA, but every once in a while I get the inkling to do a airliner. There she is. There she is.
I'll pull in here next to Doc.
And way high.
Wait. We can judge all the landings.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm coming in, so don't judge me. Well, no, judge me,
in
but
here.
I'm not gonna screw it up. So
Famous
or
last
if I did, it
words.
would be on purpose, just for well, as Trevor Greg's cloud.
Oh, I bounced it. No.
I'm off center here.
We should ban that name. If you say it again, we'll kick you.
That's why I always like being one of the first. Less eyes on your phone.
I
Make
like
me choke.
guys. I like people to notice recognition. Well, wait till the journey flight gets to PNG, but
That's gonna be fun.
let's just hope they. Well, I just don't want it to be rainy
below
season.
me.
It should be dry season by the time we get there.
We've already been there.
No, we're talking about the
Oh,
BLL group.
oh, I see.
A little close to the sun.
Nice runway.
So,
Man,
is
that
this
thing
Alpha?
like a Spirit Airlines flight, Wolf.
Just dropped it.
There we go. Yeah, it floats a little bit, so I was like, and idle.
Rotary engine overhead. Radial engine, not rotary.
Radio. Mazda.
Oh, except
Yeah.
And my Apex seals are gone.
Alright.
Just pissing out liquids the entire flight.
Sir, I'm getting a burning smell. Something is not right here. It's just the Apex seal, sir.
Just the smoothest.
Alright, let's
buttery
save some
landing
fuel
you've
and we're
ever
going
seen.
to...
Oh, but I've also
Okay.
heard some videos of some done up Mazda rotary engines, and when they're howling, they are howling. Beautiful sound.
Alright.
GB. Look at it go.
We close the door.
Please, just close the door. This
You
is
don't need to wait for the damn cat to come in. It is 40 degrees outside.
Oh, that's so hot.
I don't care.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, hopefully my phone doesn't speak aloud. If it does, I'm very sorry for the
Freaking
spoilers.
kids can't keep the door shut.
Okay, currently it's -7. That's going to -18.
Yeah, I'm seeing some low temps for the later this week that I have never ever been in before, so that's going to be interesting.
IRL?
Yeah, IRL.
Oh, what about
Currently,
Australia? No, not Australia. Summer.
No, I'm expat. I'm in Toronto now,
Ah, why
but
would
it's
you
my
do
first
that?
Toronto winter. So the lowest I've ever been in is -12 over here, and there's a -17 and -18 later this week.
Yeah.
That's pretty cold.
Coldest I've felt was physically felt and lived through was -50, Winnipeg.
Jesus.
Really? Wow.
Like walk
I'm
outside,
close
and like
to
your
that, but
face
not-
instantly freezes.
It was
-45
yeah.
for me.
It was colder than Mars. They had it all over the news, I guess, at that time with the fucking wind chill and shit. It was colder than, or maybe it was a planet. It was colder than some planet. They're like, fucking
Oh.
write home about it.
Well, what happens on Mars is that during the day it gets to like 20 degrees, kind of balmy, but at night, even in the summer, it goes like -100 because there's like barely any atmosphere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting.
Well,
It was
fine,
cold as hell.
It's still been nice though. Like I've always personally found like that the wind is what gets you. I've still like, you know, gone out and grabbed some dinner, and just wearing like a shirt and a flannel underneath, and it's like -5. I see folks walking around with like their massive jackets, massive like gloves and that.
-5, I'm going to be in my massive jacket. Thank you very much.
Well, their -5 and our -5 is different.
Depends on the humidity.
I've been going in Celsius. I don't know what.
It's even different, yeah. So, see, like, when I moved from the prairies out to the west coast, everyone, you know, I always was like, I live through -50. It can't be that bad when it gets cold here. But it is, now that I've lived here for close to 10 years, it is a different cold. I do
'Cause it's
agree. It's a
wet.
completely different cold. Yeah. Usually in, like, the winter peg, man, it's cold out. You can just put on, like, a good jacket, like the ski pants, the boots, the gloves, the toque. But then when you come out here, you can put all the layers on, and it probably won't do you any good.
Well, like, I lived in Queensland in Australia, so, you know, tropical weather. And the hottest I was in was 46. Was pretty record breaking. A few people died, a couple of old folks died in the city, that kind of stuff. But my boss said something really interesting that's kind of stuck. Hot, you can only strip down so much, whereas if it's cold, you can always put on more layers.
That's true.
This airplane is a bonanza
How
for
hot
me.
is 40?
It's
So I
fucking
say-
sweltering. Like, you are
40
wearing
degrees
underwear.
Celsius.
You are wearing
40 degrees
underwear.
Celsius,
You are,
yeah,
you are
it's-
sitting
I'm
in
just
front
going
of
up
to
your aircon.
That's
You do
over
not go
100.
outside. You will die. It's fuck. Yeah. Like
I've been in
you
Death Valley
you
a
will
few
have a
times.
cold shower and you'll get out of it sweating.
Well, okay, so that's you have humidity there. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So yes, humidity. That's like where I live. It gets to about 102, so about 39 with humidity.
So when it's
And
hot and humid, you can't. You come out of the shower, you can't dry off.
Yeah, feels like you're breathing a warm swimming pool.
hot and dry though, I love. I love.
Okay, looks like everybody's down. I have 9:06.
Yeah,
Come
I'm gonna
back
bounce
at
for some lunch.
come back at 9:16,
Great flight today, guys.
and we'll carry on toward the luxurious resort community of Sea Ranch.
Alright guys,
For
take
that,
care.
I'll be continuing over to
Get
Reno.
Back in 10.
See you, Doc. See you, bud.
Alright.
Oh, I almost got you in that screenshot there.
Right, coming in a little fast.
It's okay, I'll try again. You gotta be out in front of me. I'm looking out from behind
Yeah, I
the
know.
plane.
Hold on a second. Let me get out in front of you. Oh, you slow down?
And
Aww.
way too fast.
Yeah, I'm idled. I am literally idled.
Hold on, I'll just do a video.
Brent, do you remember where the cache is for Steam? You're not on Steam.
I am on Steam.
Oh, you are.
And my game crashed because I decided to record it. All right, well, that's cool.
Nice.
I know, right? Isn't that great? Love how NVIDIA does that.
But idle, I'm still doing 260 knots.
Nice.
Talk about not wanting to slow down. Whoa, that's a strange message to have pop on my screen.
What's that?
I wonder who that was.
You've won a trip to Disney with a flight of 10. Bring your
Oh, no.
friends.
That's quite the
Friend request.
I find my friend requests always show up as soon as I go into the menu, but they don't show up like in
Yeah.
the sim. Like, you know, if
I
you're
can't
flying, you
accept
don't
them.
get like a ba-ding.
Yep.
Maybe that's
Also,
that's
I got a
on
friend
purpose.
request from like a random string of letters and numbers. I know who it is, but it came through as a random string of letters and numbers. I cannot accept it for the life of me. I've tried accepting the friend request multiple times and it just isn't there.
Okay, I gotta turn that up.
What the heck?
Bay 146, baby.
What in the heck, guys?
I'm trying to get some fucking tube flights in today.
I was thinking about trying that.
Some tubes. It's a flying tube.
It's a small flying tube. I've not flown it in forever.
The 146 is a small. I wouldn't even consider it a tube. I would call it a Sharpie. Maybe.
Not gonna lie, as soon as we're done with the expedition flight, I'm not even logging off. I'm taking off from Sea Ranch and I'm headed over to the Reno Valley area.
Nice.
I'm gonna go play around.
Another great area.
Yeah, it's
All
about
right.
about an hour flight from Sea Ranch up over there.
What aircraft?
Oh, I'm flying in the Kit Fox.
That'd be a little more than an hour.
Not if you're stage 2. And I'm stage 2, so I'm turboed. I can go 160 knots.
Well, there you go.
Now, if I had damage on, then yeah, I wouldn't be able to go 160 knots as soon as I hit 140 by my wings.
See, auto.
I really, really want them to model Draco. I would love them to put Draco in here.
Yes.
They talked to Mike, but he's so busy that they just haven't been able to get him set down for any amount of time to do it. You know.
Oh,
they started
Mike
it,
Petey,
but they
Mike
just
Petey is
grown old.
a very busy guy.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep, so
I still can't believe he had crashed it. And he knew better too. He knew better.
Yeah, so I kind of did something. I crashed my badass plane.
Yeah, but he said the only way to take off would have been to go across the runway, and he felt that the airport would not allow him to do that.
Honestly, what he should have done, he should have just called it and returned to the hangar and waited for the storm to completely pass. That's what he really should have done.
Yep.
Coulda, coulda, woulda.
I mean,
but
not gonna
didn't.
lie, that's what I would have done. And
coulda, woulda,
I don't
but
even have a
didn't.
pilot's license, so.
No point in.
I guess in hindsight, he would agree with you. I mean,
yeah. But
he even admitted that it was his own stupidity that he should have never tried taking off.
At least he's got that self decency.
Yeah.
He's not so bad of a pilot that you deny it. No. This is what I did. It was like, yeah, well, I kind of did this, and this is the byproduct of my decision. I'm still rich as fuck. I'm gonna go build this big ass pool and a whole new other plane.
I'm gonna
While
build
you guys are going to
three-story
Walmart
pool.
for your groceries.
Yes.
Right.
But, like, I
Playing
don't
on
know
a
what to tell
simulator,
ya.
wishing we could actually
Yeah.
fly.
You guys asking for the Draco on the sim? Get better, get smarter, and just go make your own Draco.
Right.
Yep.
What's holding you back,
get
realistically,
richer,
right?
yeah. So.
Ow.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Give me a second. Okay, DN, quick question. I have no idea what a GBR3 is.
It's got friends plane.
GB Racing.
Aerobatic plane.
Oh, yeah.
Aerobatic
Aerobatic,
racing.
kind of based on
Uh,
an RC
Weird
aircraft.
looking. Best looking part about it is the spoilers or the speed brakes.
Yeah.
And
I was about to say, that thing looks like it's cooking.
Speed brakes, NOS, and smoke. Colored smoke. That's multiplayer friendly.
changing the game. Those
See,
friends of ours.
that's the most unfortunate thing about only being able to play on Xbox. Because I can't afford to build the PC I want.
Well, the GB is on the market.
I'm so limited. I'm so limited on my options on what I can get.
I feel bad for Xbox people. I have it on my stream
Yeah.
all the time. I feel like it's just
Well, Dragon was saying the GB's on the marketplace.
Yeah, I thought it was on the marketplace.
All the got friend stuff except for, I mean, we're waiting on the Wellgate.
Yeah, but it's the storage that's the issue.
On your Xbox? Oh, yeah.
Like I have 30 gigabytes left of my hard drive.
An external.
And here's the problem with the external though.
don't run
In
very
order
nicely.
to use or play anything on the Xbox Series S or Series X, you actually have to physically transfer to your internal to be able to play the game and
Yes.
use anything you want.
My God, that sucks.
So it's I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I had an external and it took a crap on me, so I lost a lot of games. So basically what I've been doing now is I've just been uninstalling games and reinstalling them later when I want to play them.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Oh my god, the barrel rolls.
And then all my flight sim stuff I've just been transferring to an external.
Well, hell, boys and girls, let's go flying.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Looks like
get
some of our fog
started
burned
back
up
up
here.
Thank goodness. Fuel pumps on. Clear prop.
Clear the area. I am starting my propeller.
I know what that reference is. I got you, Will. Unless you're not referring to anything, and in which case you just got lucky.
I don't know what happened to that plane sitting on the runway sideways.
Yeah, with
No
his
gear?
with his gear up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Don't worry, it's just Dark doing Dark things.
Always, dude. I expect nothing less from you. Ever.
I have this one simple trick for landing short on any runway in the world.
Leave your gear up.
That's cool. There's a CRJ4 over here.
Nice.
A CJ4. Nice.
CJ4.
Yeah, CJ4.
I was flying that yesterday.
That's what I was doing yesterday. I flew from Chattanooga down to Miami.
Chattanooga?
Or Miami Executive. Yeah, that's my local airport. It's the closest airport to me. No, I don't have a local airport.
I like the ring. Chattanooga comes off the tongue nice. I'm not even from there, and I don't even have any remotely near idea where it is. I've heard it a lot.
Southeast Tennessee.
Southeast Tennessee. That must be why you got the hard American accent, which I also love.
Hard American accent. I love that. That's apparently the American accent. Way to stereotype, Will.
I have a slight southern drawl, but no, that's because I was born and raised in Florida.
No, well, just as
the
much as
redneck part of
I don't.
Florida.
Just as much. I don't think that I sound Canadian, but apparently I do. So.
I've actually
Ooh,
one of my
crap.
one of my
crap.
good friends. She's
Oh, crap. I'm gonna lose
Canadian
that. We gotta
and
close that.
moved down to northern Georgia. She
broke my door
and she's
off.
been there for a number of years now, and it's kind of funny to kind of hear the Canadian and Georgian accent.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my certified mechanic that comes and works on our semi trucks, he's Canadian, and his accent makes him sound like he's Australian.
Yeah. My wife is Filipino, but when she moved to the States, most of her family lived in Jersey, so she picked up some Jersey accent. And now she lives in. Obviously, we live in Wisconsin, so she's picked up a bit of the various Wisconsin mannerisms, and it's kind of funny. I was like, you have the weirdest, you know. Because it's not all, like, it's just random words and stuff like that, you know. But she still pronounces coffee. Coffee. Can I get some coffee?
Coffee. Can I get
I'm
some
like,
coffee?
It's funny.
By the way,
Can I get a hot dog?
what's this terrain change? You see red trees and now green trees right here?
Terrain.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. That's
Sorry, I
not.
didn't mention it now while we were flying over that, but
terrain.
I think it's a different vegetation type.
Thank
I
Angle.
wish.
Thank
Oh,
Angle.
back to red.
So all the deciduous trees are basically
big words.
brown, and then it switches to conifers at that line, and they're all green.
Oh, I'm running Rex AccuSeason. That's
I'm running
I am
AccuSeason too.
I am
wondering
too. That's what
either
I'm
it's
doing.
not up to snuff or it's actually still like autumn here in this part.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it too. So, but it's two different tree types.
Yeah.
Which is
I
weird.
thought that maybe that's their way of showing bare trees. I don't know.
Also going to
I gotta fly over New York again, see if the trees are bare as they should be.
Yeah, they should be. They should look like those trees up on the ridge there, but
The bears.
the bears.
But anyways, back to the
Kitty Walker.
accent talk.
Wham.
Have you heard an Upper Peninsula of Michigan accent? That's like the most unique
Yes.
one, but it's very rare.
You well, I can't say I've heard the Upper River portion of Michigan accent.
If it's anything like northern Wisconsin.
Probably a little.
Oh,
bit
hey
like-
there, guy. How you doing up there in the
Oh,
Northwoods?
that's
Sure.
bad.
That
Boy, you
sounds like,
betcha, guy.
Oh, dude, yeah, Winnipeg. Oh, fucking right.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, right
we just
there.
head
Oh,
down.
yeah.
This is quite the nice cock
Man,
run,
did you
isn't
see
it, eh?
that moose that walked through my yard last week, you know? He's such a big guy. Walked up my front door, you know, and he was standing there just looking at me, and boy, I tell you what.
Wisconsin is seriously my favorite accent.
It's so random. It's so random. And hey, don't forget to tell your parents I said hi.
And then don't forget to like say goodbye for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's like me and my next door neighbor. I love him to death. He's like, all his daughters are, all his kids are girls, and they're all basically grown and moved away. So he's never had a son, and like, we moved in next door, and he just buddy with me. Like he's, hey, you need some help there with your lawn or anything? Like, and I'm like, no, I'm good, John. And he's like, oh, it's okay, I'll help you out. And he'll like, I'll go outside in the summer, and he's mowed half my lawn. I'm like, John, you don't, you don't need to do that, man.
He's just trying to be nice.
No, he's super nice. We love him. It's hilarious that he just goes out of his way, and he's like, I'll walk out in the morning after a snowstorm, and he's out in my driveway. I'm like, John, man. You know, I was just out here shoveling. I figure, you know, I might as well while I'm at it.
I'll do the whole town while I'm doing
Right. He's a good.
By the way, you ever heard of Rhode Island accent? It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then a Maine accent, well, he's from Bangor.
Oh my God.
That was something. That was
I've been to Bangor. I've been to Bangor one time. I landed at the airport, and my goodness, that's some weird accent.
Yeah, it's a long ass runway, not for one. Because apparently it was like a space shuttle emergency landing site.
I ended up landing there in Bangor.
Bangor, Maine. What a random place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up landing Bangor, coming back from Warsaw, and it was our fuel stop on the way back down to Texas.
Oh.
A long flight.
Yeah, they
I'll
still
tell you
do
what, that
that?
was the first time. That was the first time I've ever been on a 747-800.
Ooh.
That was pretty fun.
Really? They would actually fuel stop in Bangor? I thought they would do it at a bigger airport, like as a connection.
They landed in Bangor.
Huh. Maybe it was like an
Bangor, Maine.
emergency. I don't know. 'Cause,
No.
maybe on plans.
It's kind of funny because
Oh, it was actually it was
we
planned.
had a moose in the front yard up here, and it had a New Jersey accent. I'm not sure how that works out.
I had a moose. It had a New Jersey accent. Man, it kind of creeped me out. Well, I'll tell you what, it could never run my 30 out.
What the hell are you? Yeah, I can't even do Jersey accents. That's a funny thing, but it's yeah,
It's not that different. It's not that different from New York.
yeah.
I can't differentiate them.
I live in Wisconsin.
There is a car on this runway.
Yeah, it's
Come on, Nicole,
funny.
Get with the program. Get the cars off the runway.
Southern Wisconsin accents are, you don't really notice them, but it's just you get into the Uber kind of progressively like just gets thicker and thicker the further north you go.
Yeah.
You're talking about the half-hour goodbyes.
Yeah.
My wife is from Indiana,
Oh yeah,
and that's
sure.
that's what they do.
It's a Midwest thing.
Yeah, I
It's-
guess it is.
yeah.
Oh,
I do it.
that ain't true. That ain't true. My wife's from Texas, and guess what? Her goodbyes are a half hour to an hour long.
And it
She'll
can't
be standing outside with her bestie, just bullshit. I've got, honey, come on.
Got
It's time
stuff
for
to
bed.
do.
We gotta go.
And
The or the typical I'm done with this conversation. Well, I suppose.
Right.
That's-
I suppose.
everybody
Oh
gets-
golly, just look at the time.
Yeah, well, I guess, I suppose. Everybody usually, I pick that up from my dad, and everybody's like, gives me shit every once in a while, because they're like, yeah, we know when you're done talking to somebody.
Yep. Do the same thing. Well, do that.
So
Well,
right as you're
I
about to leave,
suppose-
they go, "Hey, did you hear about?"
Oh, I know, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
trying to, when my folks call, you know, it's like you try to say, like, they say goodbye, and then they
Right.
start a new
Oh,
line
Oh
of
yeah, by the
conversation.
way,
I'm
I
like,
forgot to tell you.
like, shit.
Or like, "Ooh,
Hey,
one last
well.
thing," and then it's never just one last thing.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I feel like I noticed that a lot here too. So I wonder what causes that kind of. Is it just are people? I don't know. I've
Scatterbrained.
definitely noticed it where like here, like a lot of people I've known families, whatever that be, the significant others or past fucking people. It's
Yeah.
always like the goodbyes are always just like, oh my god, can we go, dude?
You Canadians, though, man, that's just the way you are. You're just
Hey,
unnaturally
I'm sorry.
nice.
I'm sorry. I gotta leave you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hey, you
I'm
know,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Pickled data.
Oh, I was like,
Okay.
what? I'm like, oh,
Did you
okay.
see that?
There's a guy gamer
I just,
tag,
yeah, no, I see it now. I was just like, what? Old
he's,
data.
F-35. Looks like there's some nice little roads
there's
down here.
vineyards? Oh, there's a vineyard.
Where?
Oh,
Vineyard.
Way
where
up
I
there.
am.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
I don't even have your light. Popping up there they are. I got it now. So I'm within about 3 miles of you.
These trees are bugging me.
Oh, I see the vineyard down there on the right.
We're coming up on here. Cloverdale, huh?
145
Cloverdale?
ground speed. 135 air. Not bad.
340 ground speed.
Are we doing this? Are we doing speed checks now? Is that what's happening?
Hold on. Let's get the SR-71 up.
Yeah, it's like.
Grab the Dark Star.
Also, Dark, I've been in external camera a lot, and I just suddenly start hearing you coming, and then all of a sudden I see you go by.
Yeah.
That works.
Within by at about 200 something dots.
Oh yeah, there's more vineyards over there. Or at least one field.
I'm way out ahead of you guys now. Coming back.
We can see you. You've got enough speed where you're clipping around now. You're not moving smoothly anymore.
365 indicated.
Just the lag spike.
Yep.
A day.
Wow, this is pretty.
You can just do this.
All right.
Warp 10.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, he disappeared.
And he's in Nevada.
You just time
I'm
travel.
behind y'all. I'm
Oh yes, here come the flybys.
Yep. Starting with Dragon. Dragon's my first victim.
Holy FSTL CLEL.
What?
That's what I call that program because I don't
FS.
know. FS, so I just go FSTLTL, FSTLEL because I don't. If it is it FSLTL?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So FSLTLEL is just lighting Vancouver up right now. All the planes.
Whoa! You just flew right through me.
No, I flew.
Dead.
I see they removed the ultra long contrails on the last
So
update there.
there's an issue with contrails, and I'm being told it's with the Vision Jet. They make them blocky. I haven't actually removed. I gotta find where in the Vision Jet files you turn them off. But
So the last like 2 updates ago with FSLTL, it was making contrails on literally everything. Like
Yeah, I
it would be
remember that,
fine
yeah.
for like
I've
half a
seen
mile,
that.
and then it would turn into like a big square.
I'm behind a line of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes leaving Vancouver right now. It's fucked.
Yeah, that's the only thing about FSLTL that I don't like is that everything loads in and it's great, but then you get like 50 planes that push back from the gate all at the same time.
Well,
But just like FS traffic does too.
That's like a Le Mans start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody,
It's really fun when they all spawn in the air around you, and you've got like literally you're looking around. There's like a group of like 50 planes going the same direction. You're like, what is going on? All of a sudden, your traffic's going traffic, 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 traffic. You're like, I know, stop. What's funny though is like.
In front of me is a 777, I think looks sick.
See, FS traffic was supposed to get around that by using schedules, like so they weren't all supposed to push back at once, but guess not. Guess they got some work to do. But
It's
so,
definitely a sim limitation of some.
well, see, I've seen some videos where it's definitely broken like that, and then other videos like it's working fine. So I don't know what's going on.
When I loaded at my local airport, it doesn't have as much traffic, and it worked completely fine. But when I loaded at LAX, it was just a shit show.
It was just a shit show. Yeah.
There's too many planes. It just can't. It can't take all that data and be like, all right, who's leaving when? How about you guys just all go? Each and every one of you, fire them
I
up,
don't have
push
that
back.
problem. I fly out of LAX, Miami, JFK all the time. I've never had that problem with the AI.
Yeah, but you're not using traffic injection, right? So.
Oh, this A320's taking Lima too, trying to cut in front of the fun. Nice try,
If
bud.
you're using a third-party traffic injection, it becomes an issue. That's the
Wait.
problem.
Can you use it with VATSIM though, with the?
Yep.
It'll use the model matching, but you won't want to inject it while flying.
you
I
don't.
Did that, and I had a fucking Metro liner coming right at me, and I was like, "Is this guy on the network?" The guy's like, "No, that's FSTLEL."
Yeah, you import the rule set for that, so it will
VMR.
do a model match. Yeah, the VMR file. You just put that into the VATSIM client, and so it'll use the models and textures from there, but it won't inject it.
So no ATC accounting, right?
Right. It's just going to basically look at how somebody's got their aircraft registered, and it's basically going to stick that on there.
Try to get as close as it can.
Right.
You can get model making magic, which I haven't dabbled in, but any of the planes you have, you can make VMRs for them. Hopefully see a Vision Jet as a Vision Jet or a Honda Jet as a Honda Jet.
Oh, but can you do any ATC with the LTL, or is it not really?
What do you mean?
Oh, like talk to anybody with FSTL?
Or
No.
at least have an enhanced ATC utilizing the LTL planes.
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Bridge. Ooh, that's low.
777 does not know how to taxi, bro. I'm a little worried.
How you like the new ground handling on the 7.3, Will?
I haven't. Actually, I flew it, I guess, after the update the other day with. Yeah, I didn't really notice it. I haven't watched. Usually with those small things, I gotta watch somebody's video, and for them to be like 737 NG, right? Like he's got that. I say he posted a video. I'd have to watch that and be like, okay, so that changed. But like if I don't,
it turns a lot tighter now.
Nice.
Like more like it used to feel like it used to take really wide turns, or you'd have to almost use toe braking to get the turn tight. But now it's a lot tighter.
Before, yeah.
Well, that'll make it nice because they do a lot of airfields up in Alaska. You got to do that turn on the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely, like, some of the fields, the one-way fields and stuff like that, like, what's the one, Queenstown in New Zealand?
I love seeing floating lights.
Where you basically land, you have to taxi all the way down to the end of the runway and turn around and come back down the runway. That was always a pain in the ass. I'll have to try that again.
Yeah, I always try to figure out if I'm at Sitka trying to turn, I end up in the water because I can't make the turn tight enough.
Yeah, I think that should be fixed now. Of course, I was running pretty light last night in the 800, but yeah, it feels like the nose comes around a lot better now. Like there's more. It's almost like there's the nose wheel has more range of movement.
I saw a proposal that they were talking about cabin interior lighting in the back. Do you know if they ever implemented that? Is it kind of a standby?
Not yet. It's not there yet. I know that annoys the shit out of me too. I'm like, I want to turn the light off.
Oh, like at night when all you see in the windows is the lights on. I was like, I never go in the cabins, but some people are.
I always forget that it's there.
I know that's especially with a big plane. Like I'm not gonna go all the way back to the back bulkhead in this thing. What do you mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Walk all the way back.
Get one of those camera views. I like to look out the side window, particularly like over the slats.
Yeah, those are classic views for sure. And the sound, the sound of the flap motor in the 7.3 is my favorite. They've done such a good job. I've flown on tons of 7.3s in real life, and that's exactly how it sounds.
Yes.
I don't want to be in the cabin because I don't want to hear all the screaming.
Right.
Didn't Zevo have a crying baby?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
When we were flying with my in-laws in October, and we were coming back from Florida, and me and my wife were sitting up farther up in the plane. We had a little bit better seats, and our in-laws went to the back, and her niece is pretty young, but we thought she was going to do okay. But so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden we hear this kid just screaming, and we're like, man, whose kid is that? You know? And just like almost the whole flight, I come to find out it was her niece the whole time. I'm like, thank God we didn't sit next to him. Holy Christ.
I don't know those people.
Yeah, I don't know those people.
Well, if that makes you feel like better, I threw up on a passenger when I was 6 years old. I got very sick.
Man.
I always was reminded about that. I just got very sick. I remembered it. Man, I was pretty much sick the whole vacation. Not a good time. Going to Florida for the holidays, as I always did when I was a kid.
Oh, not now.
Here we go, doing the Van's S-turns.
I think that kid had it good in the 90s, so guess what? I had to fly into the old LaGuardia at the end of the trip. The winter time, that dinky third world airport as they called it. Now LaGuardia is great. I never really fly into it anymore. I outgrew it with the kind of trips I go on.
Like the new terminal designs are kind of like a retro future look to them. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
There is no wind
There was
here.
a good TV series on about how they were doing it, knocking down buildings and then rebuilding them.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Trying to maintain operations. It was nuts and stuff they had to do because they couldn't show anything there.
Right. They were doing quite a bit of that in Newark when I was going out. When me and my wife were dating still. I was flying in and out of there quite a bit. There's a number of terminals that was just like basically like you're walking, you're like just construction barriers and shit up everywhere inside the terminals and whatnot.
Yeah, it was basically, well, New York's been on a building boom. They've really fixed a lot of stuff, like new bridges, new Grand Central Link, and then new LaGuardia, and JFK is getting a new Terminal 1, which is much needed. Haven't gone through there myself just the other weekend. And yeah, and then of course JFK now has a TWA hotel, and
that looks really cool. I've never wanted to fly in JFK, but that TWA hotel looks pretty fucking cool.
I stayed there one night. It was pretty nice. No, they really decked it out. But the walls are pretty thin, so you might hear your neighbor sleeping. That's the only problem.
Right. I lived in an apartment with thin walls. I'm used to that.
Yep.
It's not cheap, but yeah, it's really cool. They really take.
They got that bar inside that Super Connie outside. That's pretty dope.
Yep, I went in that too. And then the elevator says, okay, this flight at 1960s TWA or present day JetBlue. What's your pick? Where are you gonna go?
I will take TWA, thanks.
Last time I flew JFK was getting a transfer flight up from Washington on a turboprop. It was about 6:30 in the morning, and the guy literally handbrake turned it on the approach and slammed into the wrong way. And he basically said, well, I need to do that because all the transatlantic flights are queuing up to go in, and basically we've been on the hold for an hour.
Yeah.
And yeah, you look out the side window, you see all the lights coming up out of the sunrise.
Yeah.
Must have been about 15 aircraft all queued up.
Wow.
And I was like, Jesus, these guys treat their little commuter flights like taxis.
Right, yeah.
Well, I think that probably explains why they, even for the shortest of hauls, they got rid of those turboprops and now jets for even the short routes like that, for that reason, right?
Yeah, give them a bit more flexibility, but I mean, this was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would imagine, because I used to actually see like U.S. Airways had these tiny little turboprops they flew. They got rid of them. But like, yeah, I heard that if you're a GA plane, a Cessna, you want to fly to JFK, like, all right, we'll give you a clearance like around 11 tonight if you can wait.
Yeah, you can do it if it's late
Doesn't
at
surprise me. And then your landing fees and shit.
Yeah. No thanks.
No thank you. I'll just fly something.
I was jump seating on a FedEx 777 from Memphis to Anchorage, and I think we might have been the first one out of Memphis. And God, the FedEx, it looked like a friggin', it was like Air Force up there. They had jets lined up everywhere. It was pretty impressive. But that climb rate of that 777, I'm telling you, man, that thing was, it was amazing. They just didn't want to stop climbing.
Does FedEx have a big hub out there now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. Yeah, they've got a separate ground control tower just for the traffic. FedEx planes going into picking up parcels and everything. It looked like a separate airport in itself. It was.
There's a good documentary on I forget where it is, but yeah, the plane cargo operations are quite crazy. How quick they're turning this shit around and their facilities.
Yep.
You can watch it on Discovery Plus if you have that streaming service.
Well, you don't want to fly FedEx anyway, because you'll end up on a desert island, right?
Right.
Wilson. I'll tell you what, though, that movie works. That movie works great if you need to fall asleep.
Yeah. You know the actor that played Wilson also played in Top Gun, right?
What?
Yeah, and in
yeah, the actor that played Wilson played in Top Gun. He was in the volleyball beach scene.
Jesus Christ.
Anything else?
And his cousin was in Behind Enemy Lines as a football at the beginning.
Right.
It's funny. Tom Hanks' wife's surname is Wilson.
Oh, that is funny.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Wilson. That's why That's why his acting was so good when he went floating off.
So wild. Wow, this thing is just very bouncy.
Actually, just slow cruising right now. I'm like running 80 knots. I'm just chilling.
115. Wait. 135. It's my difference.
There was this meme that I saw one months ago about
Yeah, I'm doing a long approach to Charles here.
Hold up.
you don't want to travel with Tom Hanks because then they showed the scenes from Apollo 13, Castaway.
Oh yeah.
I just realized we're Where's the racetrack?
What's the oh, what is it? What was the one? Well, did he do Sully too?
Yep.
Yes,
he did Sully, and he did what was the one of the oil tank? The Captain
Phillips.
Captain Phillips. Yep.
Great movie. Love
It's
that
like I'm never riding with
Never
Tom
travel
Hanks.
with Tom
Never
Hanks.
travel with Hanks. Yep, that's right.
I love Tom Hanks though.
There was another meme with Matt Damon, and they said, okay, at some point the US has to learn how to find Matt Damon.
I've been running so slow. I'm
Yeah.
the whole damn time.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Martian.
Yeah,
He
it was fun.
did a cameo in 1882.
Did you know Vin Diesel played in Saving Private Ryan?
No.
Yep. I remember seeing him.
That was early in his
He
career.
died.
That was real early in his
What
career.
about Boiler
Yeah.
Room? That was like
Yeah,
a couple years after he was in that. Love that movie. It's about a bunch of con men run a brokerage firm and they just keep selling stock that don't exist.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No, certainly not.
What did you do, Seth? Expletive here. Pump
Definitely
and
isn't
dump.
like crypto at all. Or NFTs.
But yeah, so I don't know if this is a funny joke, but you know how they
On the mark.
came over-
Let's go. We'll
you know,
bounce through that.
Heathrow Airport was named because one time a bunch of people gathered on a heath to decide the name of the airport. A heath like a sandbar, and they were just having this huge argument about it. And then they just, after arguing, they said, "Oh, well, we're having a row on a heath. Let's just call it Heath Row."
Oh. Bam. Get out. Well, I think that's your answer to how funny it was.
Brutal.
That was not really bad though.
Yeah, that was worse than that joke.
Just crickets.
That was a dark joke.
Well, I'm glad the weather in Vancouver over here today doesn't look too bad.
I wonder if it's snowing yet. It snowed a little. No, not yet. It snowed this morning. No, it's snowed later, but I don't know when.
Yeah, we're supposed to get quite a bit of snow down here this weekend, I think. But it's
That's what they say.
yeah. Of course, I thought it was supposed to start already, and it hasn't done anything since last night. Although yesterday I got home and went to shovel what snow we did have, and it's just sheet ice underneath that. It's like, oh, this is fun.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
I can go into Walmart parking lot and do donuts with my truck. No problem.
The last few days in Munich, which is in the south of Germany, so usually they have snow, but even when we don't, but they didn't have any snow either, so it's not
Yeah.
the same.
Let's see here. Do.
As you approach waypoint 2, watch out for birds.
Bird strike.
117.
Yeah, you don't want.
Okay,
Yeah, they
this
gotta
is-
put that in this game. Bird strikes. Yeah, that's.
Year 9.
Yeah, year 9. Yeah, we've added birds.
Technically,
More
there are
than
birds in
somebody else
this,
figure it
and
out.
you can't hit them.
Oh, this
That's
is
true.
scenery I like.
You know, it'd be
I do-
really
I
cool
do
if they
want to
made
get a
like
load
a
of-
career mode.
I do want to
Alright,
find
so-
some tropical island somewhere and have a load of pterodactyls flying around that you can fly.
Rexville with the slow flyover.
Okay, how are property prices here? Because
Expensive.
yeah. Oh, is that like the Bay Area just right over there? It is. Yeah.
Bodega Bay.
Bodega.
Hit Boga.
Very pretty.
As long as it's
Bay.
on the bay.
And the comment about birds was because this is where Alfred Hitchcock filmed The Birds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For real.
Oh, Jesus, I'm being attacked.
Ah!
Bloody seagulls, come
And seagulls.
Hotels anymore.
Nope.
Oh,
Jesus, need some more wind.
California.
This water's too flat.
It is really flat. Well, there's a there's houses in between all the fairways, so I can tell you how much this place probably costs.
Yes. Yes. I got that idea once I saw the golf course. I was like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. Never mind. Like, I need those really high impact resistant windows. Living there.
My neighbor, when I was growing up, my neighbor finally put those in and it worked.
Yeah.
Because first they replaced every window almost twice. Like
Oh,
almost
Jesus.
Every window twice, at least every window once. And they got those windows and nothing breaks now.
Nice. We got just little boats out here, is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, little boats.
You have
Lots
the
of-
new. You have that ship traffic update.
Yeah, I've got I haven't had any issues with the new one. The V2 that was in
V2
The
wasn't
old
so
one.
good.
Fuck me.
beta forever was causing all sorts of performance issues. So, but
Yes.
no problem with V3.
Yeah, it's been
And then the little docks and stuff like that add-on, which is nice. It fills up
Yeah.
all the little areas and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Marinas. I like
The
the marinas
marinas,
until you have an
marinas.
add-on that already has its own dock, and then it just fucks it up.
Doubles
because
it up.
then it doubles it up.
It's like nope.
Yeah.
And it just looks really bad. So I just honestly got rid of the marinas one because I was like, I'd rather not
Yes.
have marinas in places where yes, there probably are. I mean, it's nice, but
Yeah.
I should say I have it active when slope flying or that kind of thing, but or
I
not.
do not have the marinas. I have the other ones. Solar farms. Ski
Yeah,
lifts,
those
power
ones are good.
lines.
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's
it's good they-
power lines are just on always.
Well, it's good they have the marinas because by default they're kind of sunken into the water.
Yeah.
Glad to see that changed.
Actually, I guess I haven't checked to see what the float plane base looks like up at Vancouver, because running that and the marinas,
it's
we should
pretty
probably
nice.
check.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out the one a part of the FS, what is it, FS Studios Vancouver? I know.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. Yep.
I love it. I've been coming to Vancouver a lot since I've had it.
I just want there to be a way to tie your plane when you land in the water. Guess you can't do that still.
No.
Yeah.
Unless they have like an anchor option, which The Woga has that, right? On the float version, you can anchor it, but
Has an anchor, yeah. You drop the paddle out the
The
side.
paddle, and then you can move around with the paddle.
right.
It should be easy to put an anchor on there. Just tie it to the parking brake.
And yeah, and the Beaver has one as well. In the tablet.
Yeah.
Just park it nose into the beach. That's what I usually do.
Yeah, just run it up on the shore and it's fine. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, then it's not gonna go anywhere. When do you want to leave again? You're beached.
Go forward.
Just blue.
Yeah.
Just put the gear down.
Or if you're in the Kodiak, just hard reverse.
Yes.
Did
This is nice.
You can simulate the push off of the beach just by using your, what is it, Control E or whatever it is, your push back. That's what it worked with.
Yeah. Pushback toolbar is pretty good for low plane in the water. You don't have the Wilga paddle.
Alright, well that was a decent landing for a 146, I'd say. Oh, we'll take it.
We got a cargo carrier up here in Alaska that's gonna, apparently they're gonna want to use the BA-146 for hauling fuel from an STC where they're gonna put a fuel ladder in the back and haul fuel out to the window.
Nice, just fill the whole thing with fuel. Sounds amazing.
Right now they're using a C-46 and a DC-6 that's got an STC for them to haul fuel across the Cook Inlet over to the Alaska Peninsula.
Huh.
Tissue paper now. It's awesome.
The joys of being sick.
Yeah, I saw you coming. I just happened to look back at the right time.
Oops.
Well, how'd you end up getting along with that 350?
With the 350, what is the King Air? Question mark?
No, that
350.
Airbus.
Oh, it was good until it crashed on descent. So I did that whole long 4-hour flight, and then before reaching, I think it was like 10,000. I was also coming into San Antonio, which I got a San Antonio scenery that's pretty heavy, so it may have to do with that, but I'm not positive. But it crashed. My sim crashed that time, so
Bummer.
it flies really nice, and it was like going great. I had the whole manual top and drop planned out, and it was a good time. And then it was like,
Does someone make an A350?
no,
There-
sorry, A330, 330.
Or a 330, I'm
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, 330.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I was
What
thinking
the hell?
350. Yeah.
Who does Will
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
it just
these jobs-
uses the fly-by-wire cockpit, which
Yes.
it's not crazy different, obviously.
That, but the whole their iPad system, that's the first time I've honestly ever used it, because I've never really realistically flown the fly-by-wire 320, but it's like really nice. I was like,
Does VNav and stuff work in it? And
no,
auto
the
throttle, or
VNav,
is
well, the auto throttle worked in it. The
But no
VNav, there
VNav?
is none.
weird?
Which I'm like, how do they? I don't know how fly-by-wire doesn't have that yet. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
They do in the
it does in the
Experimental?
yeah. Oh well, that would be why then.
Is it experimental only that it works with? I don't know.
Don't know.
See, I thought I was running the public release for a long time when it had VNav, but maybe not.
I mean, it's
Or
public.
the dev. Because I switched over to dev and experimental a long time ago, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But I haven't flown it in ages, so just curious.
I like the Phoenix 320, but I should actually fly that. I should try to find some bats to fly on just for the hell of it. Make controllers. Oh, of course, the East Coast sun, man. What's with everybody just loving New York? It's like, let's all ride New York's dick some more.
Friggin' every time I try to fly into New York,
my
like,
God,
if I'm
man.
flying in, I'll get CTDs like crazy.
Yeah,
I'll
dude,
get black
it's
screens like
always
crazy 'cause
so
it's just-
busy, and everyone just loves
there's
flying there.
so
on
many
baskets.
people there. It's the same with Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral in Florida is the same way. Like everybody's there.
Lukla as well. Anywhere they have a bespoke airport. One of the default ones especially.
Well, I flew up to Yellowknife this morning. I didn't see a single person.
Weird.
Where was this again?
Yellowknife, Canada. Will's got us on a trip around Canada and he's sending us into the bloody wilds.
Yellowknife, or
like
or
Yellowknife.
Did you start? No, you definitely didn't start from the West Coast. You crazy son of a bitch. You fucking probably already got there already. You're wild, man.
I started from the East Coast, didn't I?
You're wild, bro. Wild.
Well,
yeah, we're
you know.
sending you up to nowhere. How was like northern? You know, you had Calumet. I mean, it's pretty. I would love to go further north, but at that point, we're not really seeing much realistically.
No, this time of year you're not seeing that much anyway. All
I
snow
don't
and
think
ice.
you'd ever. I don't think any time of year. I think it's just always cold AF up there.
It was minus 22 when I took off this one. Celsius.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
But it's not colder.
Whitehorse is another fun one.
White Horse, yeah.
How about try going further? Resolute Bay or Grease Fjord?
Resolute's nice. I did like Resolute.
There's a story about it. They only came into existence because the Canadians forced people to live there so that the Soviets didn't take over those islands.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Well, they're not. They're still owned by Canada today, but I don't think that was necessary. Forced relocation.
Yeah, they had to do the same with an island called Rockall, way off into the Atlantic from the UK, because they didn't want the Russians landing there, because they were going to use the whole oceanic region between that place and the west coast of Scotland as a ballistic missile range. So the UK actually had to declare that they owned it by law, and yeah, United Nations don't recognise it apparently.
Like the Russians care.
The Russians don't give a shit anyway, 'cause they just
Oh,
got
we found it.
storage
We lived. We just we found this, so we annex it part of Russia now. Dude, we live here. No, you
We
don't.
we are
This is
Russian.
Russia. You a Russian citizen now.
Yeah.
Always lived here. Yeah, sure.
Here's potato.
Here's potato.
Oh, this highway looks amazing.
PCH, yeah.
Oh, it is still.
Looking for Sea Ranch. Must be out there in that little clearing up there.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm over it.
Copy. Try and bleed some speed out of here. Is it running parallel to the highway?
Yeah, pretty much.
500. Don't care.
I get 500 calls twice. Once from the G3X, I think, and then once from the TDS.
Oh.
But do they agree, or is there 10 seconds that separation between the two messages?
I wouldn't say 10 seconds. I would say a second.
Oh, weird. I thought this was
Oh, I only got it once.
500, 500, 500, 500.
My theory is this, and then down.
Thought it was gonna be like right here. Like, nope.
There. Now I see it.
Yeah, it's kind of running along a ridge.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you come in off the coast, you can really see it.
Yeah, I'm sitting back behind this hill here, so I have to climb up over it here. I think I got the clearing now though. Just starting to see it.
It's narrow and I think it's slightly downhill, coming from the direction we came in
All right.
Too
At
close
least
for
there's a
missiles.
small pit.
Pushing
Yeah.
in.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Choppy. Choppy.
Choppy.
Roger, Roger.
I'm just
Over.
bouncing around right now.
Or Vector's Victor.
Have you ever seen
And don't call me Shirley.
Okay, Temple.
Alright, here we go.
Ooh, this is tricky.
Uh,
A bunch of trees right there where they don't belong.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice little strip.
A little too slow, but
yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm trying to like coming behind you. I'm like, I can't bleed much more airspeed, otherwise I'm in the trees.
you need to go through me.
By the
So
way,
I thought I had to throttle up to get over the trees.
by the way, a stupid question, but I can't seem to find the nav radios on the Wilga.
Which model are you flying? Oh,
I think he's
also,
flying the X, I think. At least I thought
Yeah,
it was.
there's not
X.
really nav radios in the X.
Stalling.
They're just comm radios.
Yeah.
Unless you have
I'm
like,
watching everybody that doesn't have the download. They're all 6 feet up in the air.
Oh, funny. Oh, yes, I do see it now.
unless you have one of those cockpit replacement mods, then you might have the.
I couldn't really hear you whatever you were saying, unfortunately.
I'm saying that if you're in the ADX default, there's only comm radios, not nav radios. Unless you have a replacement mod and you have the 750, then you probably have nav radios. But I don't know. I don't use that.
Yeah, when they put the 750 in this JD would have been awesome, but no dice.
Okay. Nice. Now, where are we at here? This is, what's the ICO for this guy? CA51.
Oh, what was my name? 120. I guess.
93. Decent. Alright. No shit, G3 or GX. No services available at this position. I know.
There's a dog star to the south of us, 96,000 feet. Communist dog.
97. He's climbing pretty slow though. Oh, and he's gone. And he's gone.
Nice group. What do we got? 12 or 13 today.
pretty good.
That was my first time truly playing the Arena 14. I've done some like just little hops in it, but never really handling. I like it.
Well, it looks like all of us except for Gian, who's going to be zooming. Oh, nice one. Oh, nice one.
Coming up too, but I'm a
I'm
little
still up
phased
in the
out.
air.
That looked like it hurt.
That looked great until it didn't.
Yeah, roll rate on this is nuts.
Well, we'll just chalk that to some ground aerobatics.
Yeah.
Cartwheel.
Yeah, I love Charlie Barron's dragon. I just got that video. I love
Yeah,
Charlie.
here
He's
comes
so
the Will
funny.
Gus.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I think I have visual, but I might be mistaken. That's never really good sign.
There's Dragon.
You're coming in.
I see Dragon.
No, he's way back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I crashed at the halfway point, so I've just been playing catch up this whole time.
Oh, damn.
Play some shortcuts, roaming. Okay.
Well, I gotta jump off early,
I
fellas.
got
It's been
visual.
great.
All right, buddy. Take her easy.
Take care.
Have a good
Thanks for coming out.
You bet.
Next week we go up the California coast.
Nice.
That's
Just like that.
Are we stopping at Shilka Cove? Because I haven't seen that in this thing yet.
Put in a request.
What about Carmel? Is this around here? Well, that's south of here, I think.
Yeah, that's down at Monterey.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Parked it.
I'm not going to be hopping off. Continue from here to Reno. Let's
I
go
gotta-
into the parking area and refuel.
Staying on?
Yeah, well, I was going to fly over to the Reno area and play around like Dead Cow and stuff like that.
Like Trent Palmer? Gonna go to that hamburger joint out in the middle of Nevada? Middle?
I was actually thinking about that. I just can't remember the name of the.
Yeah. Crazy. I kind of love it. This wheel go. You can actually step outside the aircraft. It doesn't like limit you to the inside the aircraft when you pan around. You can truly see that thing is tall. You need 3 steps to get in that thing.
Okay, see you next week. Thanks for the
Well,
fun.
golly, y'all, that was fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one. Another
It
good one,
was.
Rex.
Yeah.
Nice scenery. We'll see you next week.
Sounds
Thank you.
good, guys.
Great. I will be there.
Take it easy.
Yeah, have a good week.
See y'all.
Have a good one.
Take care.
I'm about half fuel right now. That's pretty good.